Hey guys, it's me, Will, and I'm here to talk about our discussion board post today on sexual assault on college campuses and how we can prevent it and how, what we would do as practitioners and understanding things like that. One of the biggest things looking at the content we got for this module, I actually I watched the hunting ground video about, how sometimes sexual assault cases are put under the rug and how universities are worried about their own image, and so they don't actually go into it. I think one of the things that was very interesting is that there was talk that administrators would go talk to these girls who were sexually assaulted, and say, well, if you didn't go to this party or you didn't wear this outfit, this wouldn't happen to you. And that's what it is. It's very, very marginalized type thing to say to someone. Oh, well, guys do the same exact thing, and they go out to these events. So it's not their fault because they're wearing this. I think that's just really upset that we do have people in our field that think that. And it was very interesting just hearing the points of views in that, and then reading the book, the different things about sexual assault. And about, I know we didn't talk about this in this class, but I know one thing I thought was the letter that was written for the President Obama, and then I think it was Dear Colleague. And then just the different rules that we have in our university and other universities. I think the thing I learned a lot is how people find ways to try to just raise awareness about this situation. We have a task force that started last year about this. President Obama has been very pro creating this task force so we can have more safety on college campuses. And for this, this thing for us as practitioners, I know my role is if I'm still continuing in housing as of now, my role is when there is a student who believes that they've been sexually assaulted, they go talk to their resident assistant, and then those resident assistant contacts myself, and I will talk to that person because they have to contact their supervisor, and that's what I believe my goal will be, is to be talking to this person to make sure they're okay, and if they need any resources, we would also have to contact the administration as well, so if they want the press, turn this into a Title IX case and understand how, what the process is. And yes, unfortunately, because you have told us, we will try to keep it as quiet as possible, but we will have to tell the right people to make sure this situation, is can be settled, and we can find who did this to this person and help them, get the contact they need, and how they, for example, this very psychological situation, and some students do need to talk to a counselor, or need to talk to someone like, for example, here at UNCW CARE, a representative, or someone to be there for them. Myself as a practitioner, I would hope to be that person as well. If they need to talk to, I can talk to them and be there for them. I unfortunately have not been involved in a situation like this, so I can't be able to share my own experience, but just try to be there for that person, and trying to understand them would be my role as a higher education administrator. Yes, it is open policy. When they do tell someone who works at the university, we have to bring it up to the administration and bring it up to the dean of students and bring it up to different things. But I think as us, when we do need to make sure it just goes through those people, because if it starts bringing rumors, the student can feel embarrassed. The student can feel like, oh my gosh, people are going to be asking me all these questions, and make sure their safety is fine. And I know there's the talk in the high ground, they shouldn't worry about people do worry about too much of the safety of the person who might have caused the sexual assault. The biggest thing with both of them is to make sure the names are not dropped. I do like how UNCW does tell the school that there is been a sexual assault on campus. They don't tell the name, because it does at least give the students aware that this does happen in our university. It's not something you just see on TV and you see on news. I think for myself, what we need to do is have more education awareness, more funding. The thing I didn't know that you actually could, actually do a fundraiser about this. I mean, yes, people do fundraisers, but I think the university itself, do something with it, trying to, bring more education, to have a fundraiser, have an event for that. Speak out events are very good. Even students who've gone through it, haven't gone through it, just to say that this is wrong and say why we need to stop this on our campus, to even things as, for us, things is like working with grants and working with different federal government agencies. I know CARE is absolutely doing that right now. I know CARE is actually funded through the federal government through a grant that's lovely for us, and then there is other opportunities they can. And I think that we need to continuously try to, universities, we absolutely need to fund these because these are a serious situation, and especially with what people have talked about, like how this has affected so many families, so many students, and it happens usually. It can happen within the first 6 weeks of school, aka like the red zone, and I think that for us as practitioners, we need to continue to work and be communicative with the students that we work with so we can help them understand what is going on so they can be educated about this. This is not something that you just see on TV or you just see something you hear on national news. This happens to a lot of students every day, and it can happen to one of your residents. It can happen to one of your friends, and it can even happen to yourself. Like telling, like, have that education, and hopefully, with education and proper task force and things like that, we can actually kind of stop this type of situation. But I talked a little bit too long, but I want to thank you guys for listening. I'm looking forward to your guys' responses.